I'm known for photographing football, but not just on the pitch. I photograph campaigns for different brands. I shoot portraits of a lot of football players. Messi, Pele, Neymar. My name is Sam Robles. I'm a photographer. I was born and raised in Brazil, and I've been living in the US for about 25 years. This book is an intersection of both of my passions in life, photography and football. And not just regular football, the football I played when I was a kid. And I feel like when I go to these places and I see the kids playing there, it's also their first love for football. It's like a passion that you can see, you know? They are not looking for anything. They're just looking to have fun. And to me, that's beautiful, you know? That's like the real love for the game, you know? I ended up shooting like 18 different countries, 45 different cities and communities. Some of the first kids I photographed, they are already married, and I'm still in touch with them. Some of the kids, they want to be footballers, like professional athletes. I help them. It's not about what you have, it's how you live your life, you know? Sometimes it was difficult even to have food on the plate. But when I had the ball, when I had my friends to play, that connection with other people, with the ball, with the game, I had everything I needed. For me, it's about fun. It's not about like, oh my God, I need a profession, you know, what am I gonna do? No, I started taking pictures just for me. I started playing football, I mean, as early as I can have a memory of my life, you know. When I had to play for the teams, you have to follow a schedule, make the moves that your coach wants you to make it. And when I play on the streets, it was just like I could do whatever I wanted, you know? And that was like freedom. Because football to me was also escape. Whenever life wasn't easy, I would have issues at home or at school. When I picked up the ball and start playing, it seems like all the problems would go away, you know? And to me, that's similar with photography, you know? Sometimes you have to do jobs that you have to do exactly what your client wants you to do. But there are times where you just want to shoot whatever. You want to be able to try something that you haven't tried before and fail. And from that failure, you will learn something, and that will get you somewhere else. I arrived in the US at the end of 2000. I'm the only son, and my parents were still in Brazil. I came to stay with my friend and his family because they had just moved. And we went to visit another friend, and he showed us a camera. It was a Sony Mavica, like one of the first ones that came out with the flop disk. And for some reason, when I saw that device, the world stopped. I was working at a car wash, so I saved money for like 6 months and I bought one. And that's when I started just taking pictures of anything, you know? So in 2015, I was already working as a professional photographer. I was shooting a lot for Under Armour. The Brazil team was gonna come to the US for 2 friendly matches. It was the team after the Brazil World Cup. So Neymar was on the team, Hulk was on the team, and I had never shot football before. I was like, maybe I should try to shoot football, because my whole youth, that was my passion. So I was trying to connect the dots. So I sent a very brief email. I don't remember who, but someone replied. They connected me with the official photographer, and that's how I shot my first football images, you know? As a football photographer, I have 3 different setups. One, when I'm photographing professional athletes. One, when I go around places that are a little bit more dangerous. And the third one, when I'm photographing the matches. So the first one, I have a low pro bag that I love. It's a backpack, but also has wheels. It's small enough that it's considered a carry-on. And inside that, I carry around a portable flash, 2, sometimes 3 cameras. My favorite lens, the Canon 28-70. Working with athletes, it can be very challenging. A lot of shoots I've done, I went to their homes. They were dressed a certain way. At the end of an interview, you will have like 2 minutes to get something done. I think one of the fastest shoots I've done was La Masia with Messi. It was in and out like 30 seconds. He sat down, I had my light set up, I asked him what I needed. He did it right away, and he was like, good. I said, perfect. He shook my hand, and that was it. So the second setup, when I go to places that are dangerous, usually most people cannot get in with the camera. I will take 1 body and 1 lens, and I'll put it on the dirtiest, cheapest backpack I can find, you know? There are places where I even put on a shopping bag and carry around, just not to be noticed. For the past 3-4 years, working on the book, going to these crazy places, I took the R5 with the 28-70 because it gave me a range that it was really good for the photos. The third setup always changes. That's when I go to a match to photograph. Right before the match starts, the 28-70 allows me to take beautiful images of like the bench, portraits of the players, things that are like happening right in front of me. Then of course the 400 allows me to shoot the full match. I can get in really close, I can capture anything. And then the 135 with the shallow depth of the field allows me to do images that are more artistic. I never had to get the traditional shots that every football photographer needs to get. So every time I went, I was able to do something different. Sometimes I would go to a match and just look for portraits. At the end of 2015, I wasn't really using my creativity on the day-to-day work. One of my model friends, she was going to Nepal to help a nonprofit, and they needed a photographer, so she invited me. Her boyfriend, a couple days in Nepal, he was like, man, we gotta go play some football. So he took me to this camp. There were like 70 different families in this camp because there were some earthquakes in Nepal, and all these families, they lost their land because they used to live in the mountains. So he took me to the camp. I brought my camera, of course, you know, and then there were so many kids, man. They had all kinds of football jerseys, you know, Cristiano Ronaldo, Bayern Munich, all kinds of stuff. So originally I went there to play with the kids, but when I started taking pictures of the kids, I felt that passion again, you know, of like doing something that was just for the fun of it. And man, that was like, you know, I have to do this forever, you know? Then that's what I started doing. I wasn't doing it for anybody. And I was like, man, in the next World Cup 2026, it's gonna be 10 years of this project. I was like, man, even if I planned something like this, it would never coincide so beautifully, you know, with 10 years at a World Cup in the US where I live. It's too special for me. Like the images, like to me, is my best work, you know? This is something I realized halfway through the project, that I never had photos of me taken playing football. Can you believe it? So like, without knowing, ever since the beginning, I was trying to find that picture of me playing. The book is full of images of different kids, but at the end of the day, I'm just photographing myself in them playing football. What I wanted to do in this book is portray beauty the way I see it. Because to me, beauty is like when I was playing football, bare feet, with my foot bleeding, the textured walls of São Paulo, you know, the ball was halfway gone. I just hope that I did a good job, that when people look at it, instead of the challenges, they will see the beauty in it.